morning, everybody. Ooh, I forgot the most important ingredient. There's so much flavor packed in these little things. It's amazing. And they're a pain in the butt to juice, but the pie you get out of them is so amazing. So I'm going to slice this in the middle, get a decently thin slice, and then we're going to see what that does. First, though, I'm going to do the Thunderkiss coffee. I have enough in here for two shots. So actually 2 doubles. So I'm going to, with a little bit extra. So I've got 17 grams there. So I'm going to do 17 grams of coffee both times. The first time, though, it will be by itself because this Thunderkiss coffee is absolutely delicious. Tasting notes of syrupy sweet, milk chocolate, coffee cherries, which is kind of grassy, cherry blossoms, peach jam. It gets a little less believable as it goes down. All right. Oh, we're on filter, aren't we? We don't want filter. I think we established it around a 19 maybe? Yeah, I think a 19 is really good. Let's get her started here. So what I'm going to do is we'll wait a second here because the water's heating up, and then we will do the magic. First, though, let's get this lime cut up. They are juicy, so we will do our very best to not get it all over the place. Probably about that thick seems nice. Suppose I can try to take the seeds out. Oh, that won't be too bad. It's a thin enough slice, they should just go straight through. This knife isn't sharp, it's serrated, but it's not sharp. But still, always treat all knives as if they are sharp. Don't start going willy-nilly with knives, regardless of whether you know they're sharp or not. Treat them as if they are sharp. Don't be silly with them. Okay, so that's taking the seed out. That's nice and juicy. It's got some holes in it that'll allow for stuff to pass through, which is great. Okay, so it's gonna look a little different because the screen went off over there. I thought maybe the camera shut off because it's done that before where there's been an oops. And for some reason the program crashed, which happens on iPhones. Some people like to make you believe that Apple things don't crash. They do crash. They crash pretty hard. All right, so we're up to about 140. We'll get everything. Always turn off your fire too. Get this nice and warmed up a little bit. There we go. Inside of you as well. Take a big sip. Thank you very much. It's only at like 145, 150. So we'll get her all the way up to 200. I just wanted to get the warming up process on all of the pieces here. No AeroPress today, even though the AeroPress would probably work really well. I mean, if I put these 2 slices down and it crushed it like it crushed those cherries yesterday, that would impart a lot of lime flavor. I'll guarantee. So, okay. Take you to the side. Put you down there. Use you in a minute. Whoop. Forgot there was water in there for a split second. And we'll put our cup right, well, no, you know what? We need to drain the water out of there, don't we? So we'll just wait a minute for that. But we'll have it ready to go. It is Wednesday, if that means anything to anyone. It's my dad's birthday today, so I'll have to call him this afternoon. So that's always nice. It's his birthday today. And then, moving on to the weekend, there's going to be a Pride Parade on Saturday. I believe there's a No Kings rally on Friday in the evening. Hopefully they'll see a lot of participation with that. And speaking of participation, hi, what you got? What are you doing? Huh? You silly thing. Come on. We were all laying down together. For some reason, she gets extra cuddly in the morning, and it's really weird because she's not normally cuddly. So, and then Indy, is an idiot. Although the idiot will probably save us all someday. So that's just the way it works, isn't it? If we're led to believe the stuff in the movies, that's exactly how it works. Basically, all I had going for me today was this lime. I really didn't have much of anything else going on. Not much else to talk about. They're mowing out there today. It is Wednesday, so, there's that, waking us up at 8:30 in the morning. It wouldn't be so bad, but they have a weed whacker, and the weed whacker hits the gas. There's a gas monitor or a gas line monitor, like basically on the other side of the wall where we sleep. So it hits that thing and it makes the loud ting sound. I really don't even know why I put a cup there. It just seems kind of useless, doesn't it? Oh well. That's all right. Still funny. Still funny. And that is why you need the spout or the naked portafilter, because otherwise that is what's going to happen. Okay, you in there, you on there. Nice. Get some freshish water for our Thunderkiss. Trademark. All right, let's get this prepped and ready to go. Aha. Because we're adding lime, I don't think I'll do any half and half. Lime and half. Now, cherries, yes. Cherries and cream is amazing. Raspberries and cream, really good. Lime, well, probably not directly. I mean, you don't need sugar with cherries and raspberries, but to make it sweet with a lime, the lime needs a little help. So, which I don't think the half and half mild sweetness will provide in any way. All right, I'm going to use this one. Let's see. And it locked itself in there. Okay. Well, that did that. Now let's give it a little extra. All right. That's probably the way to do it with this. This is nice. I guess it sinks all the way down. The problem is that it gets tight down there, so it actually gets stuck. And I've actually pulled the portafilter apart once. Oh, it's this thing. Cool. It's a fun sound. All right, so this is just normal. This is without a lime in it. I'll probably put the lime on the bottom and then put the coffee on top of the lime. I think that would be the best way to go. Whenever I see people doing berries, I think usually the berries are at the bottom. Here we go. A little pre-infused. Oh, wow. Extreme pre-infused. Here we go. Get it all out here. Nice. 17 in, about 39 out. Yeah, chocolate notes. It is a syrupy coffee. It's interesting because some of these will come out, it tastes a little thicker, but I don't know why. There's some kind of reaction to something that will give you some kind of like a heavier feel in your mouth when you're drinking it. But it is really nice. I really appreciate the sweetness, the flavor. It's really good coffee, this Thunderkiss is. And you see it in a lot of stores, which is really nice. So you can get really good, I mean, you don't have to go to some specialty place or specialty grocery or anything like that to find it. It's in a lot of stores here in Central Ohio. So the Thunderkiss is really good. And this is a Guatemala, it ends in Nango, but you can kind of see Thunderkiss coffee, Guatemala, and then El Paraíso, and then the tasting notes. So it's good. I like it a lot. And it's good pour over too. So, all right. That actually did a really good puck. I guess that's the way to go. I mean, when I watch baristas do their thing, it's always a smoothing over device and then a tamping device. So I might as well use the two different tamping devices that I have in the same manner as best I can. Especially since this doesn't have a lip on it, but this one does have a lip on it. So, you know, give it a try either way. Plus it's got that really cool spring sound. So that's nice. All right, same grind, same grind time, same grind channel. Get you up here, get you going, get you started. And like I said, there's a little bit more than 17 grams in here, but we're gonna pull out 17 grams. Oh, okay, let's wipe the blob off there. It's fluctuating too much. It's bouncing back and forth a lot, which is really weird. And also keeps it from zeroing out, so for whatever reason. All right, 14, 15, 16. 17.1, that's pretty good. So yeah, there's very, like a monicum, a small little skosh of beans left. So that turned out perfectly. For some reason, now this is fluctuating. All right. Spritzes, por favor. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your beanies. Shake your beanies. I mean, you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts. There we go. You down, you around. All right. A little bit more frantic now, if we can. Now, lime, key lime, as a matter of fact. Right there. So I've established syrupy sweetness. There's a really nice milk chocolate note, which is going to taste great if it follows through with this lime. I don't know how. I mean, if it lands, all right, we'll do it that way. I'm just trying to figure it out in a way to. I don't upset the lime cart, as it were, because I don't want to. I don't want it to end up going sideways and then having to fish it out, because that's possible. My toast lands butter side up. Let's just put it that way. More often than you would think. All right, so I've already flubbed that just a little bit. Okay. And rat sauce here. Come on. Work with me. Just, I mean, that lime in there is displacing that much, so. There There that goes. I mean, you saw how the cherries displaced everything. So it was pretty insane how those cherries held up like that. All right. There we go. Hooked in. 2 thumbs rather than 1. Let's get this off of here and get it cleaned up just a little bit. All right. Down in the rest of this. Even when it cools down, it's actually interesting. I know a lot of people don't like espresso that's been cooled down. But in the case of this, for me, it still tastes really nice. It takes on a different flavor. The bitterness that may be there tones itself down just a little bit. All right, where are we at heat-wise? Let's just go a little bit. Let's tickle the kettle. Tickle the kettle. It's like all of the traveling I'm going to do this summer, which it is wild to me. It's freaking wild. This is going to be the most traveled year for me. I've already gone to Florida once to help Granddad get where he needed to be. And now we're going to Nashville at the end of this month. And then I'm going to Florida again for the last time, take care of Granddad. And I know that sounds morbid, but I personally think it's a very poignant way to put it. I'm going to take care of Granddad one last time. Granddad and Grandma are going to go in to be interred in a cemetery. So they were cremated. So yeah, that's a whole thing. And then we're going to be down there for 10 frickin' days. Oh my gosh. And then after that, like days after that in August, I'll be going to Vegas with a good friend of mine. And we're going to go to the Star Trek convention, which I am so excited about. Maybe 3 Star Trek shows have come out since, I went to the last one. So I'm pretty excited about it. All right, so we've got some weirdness already. It's inconsistent coming out of the spouted portafilter. Wow, it just evens itself out though a lot. I'm getting out as much water as I did, so no water is being held back, it seems like. That's a good sign, even though this covered about half of the bottom. The crema is a little weird looking. It's not as thick or foamy, but it's still there. And there's definitely a lime smell to it. Almost, it says on it, it says coffee cherry as one of the flavor notes. Like I said, coffee cherry is sweet, but grassy. The smell is a lot more grassy than, which, it sounds like it would be off-putting, but it's not. It's not really. It's a lot more grassy because of the lime. And it's a lot more tart. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So I'm getting lime. I'm getting the lime zest. Like the outer part of the lime that people will grate out and use for baking or for decoration. This outside here, I know it doesn't look as green as people might think it should, but this is a ripe lime. But it imparts the zest, I think, more than the actual lime juice in this way. It's really neat. And this was the perfect coffee to do it with because it's a mellow, very even flavored coffee. It's got notes in it, but the notes are not overpowering. So it's not like the chocolate is fighting with the lime, or the peach jam is fighting with the lime. So it's actually really fun. And I was right. I don't think this is almost too tangy now to go with half and half. Like lime juice will curdle milk, I think. I think that's a thing, right? If you add lime juice to milk, it'll start to curdle really quick. Like the whey will start separating from the water. immediately. So that's how I think that's how some people do cook some things. They use lime juice to separate everything out. That's a way to do it. If you like key limes and you have like a neutral coffee, if you have a Folgers and you got limes you want to get rid of and you want to see if this tastes good, I would open up your pot, cut up some limes in the thin way that I did. I mean, you can just start slicing limes and then just line the bottom of your bag or your basket with your filter. Put them in the filter and then put the filter in the basket and then put your coffee on top of it. And now there won't be any pressure. This has pressure. So this went up to what, 5 bars maybe before it ended. So this has pressure to help kind of mingle everything together. It would be more of a steep with limes in that kind of a thing, but I would bet you would get some really fun lime flavors. Do that with raspberries. Maybe muddle the raspberries a little bit and put it in the bottom of the portafilter as almost like a compote, and then put the coffee on top of it. And you'd probably get a lot more out of the raspberries than you would out of the lime, but you would still get enough lime for you to be able to like, that tastes different and changes the flavor, and either I like it or I hate it. And I won't ever do it again. But because it's Folgers, it's not that expensive. You could try that out, is what I'm saying. And I think that you would get out of it what you feel like you were going to get out of it. I thoroughly enjoyed this experiment. I think that that's really nice. I have to go buy more Thunderkiss coffee. I gotta go buy a pound of it. I gotta go buy the pound bag rather than fuddling with the... I need a consistent coffee. You know, I need a consistent coffee that I can do things with over and over and over again, that I don't just run out of. So, and I will be working towards that maybe this weekend. We'll see. This weekend's gonna be a lot of fun. I've got a friend joining us for the Pride parade. Hopefully, after the Pride parade, his husband, not partner, it's husband. His husband will be able to join us for an early dinner before they go to work. I'm really looking forward to it because I miss my friends. I don't get to see them as much, and I think part of that is my fault. I just don't want to interrupt other people. It's not that I don't want to see them. It's just that I don't want to. That's a big part of my the mental issues that I have. A big part of it is I don't want to disturb other people's flow. I feel really awful and awkward when I get in the way of other people. I mean, my father does this, and I know it's dad. You know, it's a thing that I've gotten from my father. Somehow genetically, I don't know how genetics work, but somehow I adopted not only his back pain, but the not want to get into anyone's road. I mean, if other people are in my way, I've been trying to work with my brain to make it so I don't get aggravated about that, because that's another thing that he does. But okay, so there's the lime on the bottom. Let's fiddle with this. It should be solid enough I can pick it up. Yep. So there's the lime on the bottom. A lot of the things didn't get burst by the pressure. I mean, look at the pressure. Ooh. It created that cake. So that held together until I decided to squeeze it. But yeah, I mean, I can squeeze this and there's still a lot of juice coming out. So it more imparted flavor than gave it more flavor, I think. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm going to transport this into the trash. Oh well, that's my fault. Again, my fault. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. You don't have to worry about a thing. Even though I did get it all over the towel here. So I'm gonna have to put that in the wash. Yeah, there's even some bits in here at the bottom of the portafilter. That were kind of got stuck into the holes. So it's always fun to experiment and try different things. I really like doing it. It's one of the things we can do as people in our own kitchens, is get a bag of coffee and just go nuts with the fruit. You know, go nuts with the different things that you can put into it. You know. I mean, it's one of the smaller things that you can do for yourself, if that's something, and you're an adult, so you can, you know. That's some of the things that I kind of forget every once in a while, is I'm an adult, if I want to go do something, chances are I'm able to do that. You know, I want a pizza. Well, I can go buy a pizza. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. You know, I want Chinese. Well, just drive down and get some, go to Western Chinese and get some of the best noodles, garlic noodles ever. You can do that. So, I mean, coffee is a good starting point to realize that I want to try lime in my coffee today. Boom. Done. Sorted. Thank you for watching today. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and we will talk to you tomorrow. I don't know. I may not do fruit tomorrow. I may go back to doing the half and half because I kind of miss my half and half. So we'll probably do that. We'll get it a nice frothy whatevers and go from there. We will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.